Welcome everybody to the United Drivers League F1 series. We are live here at the Mexican Grand Prix. This is the second to last race of the season, and we are very excited to be here at Mexico today as the point standings is locked up for the constructors and the drivers. As last race at the United States Grand Prix, Snipper Pig won the drivers title for the third time in a row. And then the AlphaTauri team of Snipper Pig and Publix won the constructors at the United States Grand Prix, while Publix getting his first ever career win. That was a huge moment in the career of Publix after being in so many races, and he finally got himself his first ever win. So congrats to Publix there. I will be your play-by-play commentator today. My name is Pecan36. I am the UDL F1 League owner, as I'm very excited to bring you guys a brand new F1 race today, as this will be my first time commentating with the new headset, so I shouldn't be having any technical difficulties going on. Even though the point standings is all wrapped up, there's still a lot of things that are going to be on the line, such as things like pride, and there's a great battle for third in the constructors going on, as I believe in third place, Haas and Ferrari are tied with 173 points, with the McLaren team at 172 points, and Racing Point is in sixth with 166 points. So literally from third to sixth in the constructors, there is a 7-point gap between the four teams. Not only that, since it's the end of the year, that means we are getting close to draft time, to where the top 5 in the points will be locked in with the first 5 picks. And that means that they will be able to pick anybody that they want outside of the top 5. As it stands right now, the top 5 is Snapper Pig with 288 points, Dreamsy with 215 points, T&E Hawk, who will not be in today's race today, with 150 points. He's already locked into the top 5 as well. And then you have Publix with 115 points and Holnos with 112 points. Now, the two guys that are trying to chase into the top 5 are not here today, as it's Crisorial Alex and Speed King, who are both tied with 97 points. And then you have Big Rig in 8th with 92 points. So should be very interesting to watch, as we are missing T&E Hawk, Karab, Speed King, and Crisorial Alex today in this race, as Kiwi Bird King is going to try and do everything he can to get drafted. Another note to add on is that the UDL F1 Series Season 3 champion Pig will not be qualifying. He will actually be starting in the back. Many drivers in today's race, such as the United States Grand Prix winner Publix, is going to be doing this race with no traction control and the assist off, same as X Breezy as well. KD 1997 will be the first one to come across the line. Hopefully he's not getting held up there by Gunbuck in the Williams, but he does set a 1:14.2. Let's see how Breezy does. Now, here at the Mexican GP, this is a track that has a lot of corners that are very easy to invalidate. He sets a 1:14.6, much better than the time that he did on his night of having fun. Big Rig had his time invalidated, and just like I said, this is a track that is very easy to invalidate your lap time at. Birdman sets a 1:15.4, and Hurricane comes across the line as he sets a 1:14.5. Publix just came around. He set a 1:15.2. That is Dreamsy coming across the line. He sets a 1:18.4. This is going to be his first ever race with the wheel, as you see Dilsack comes into the pits. So this is Dreamsy, who just bought a wheel for the first time. This is his first ever race where he is attempting to use the wheel, so that should be very interesting to see how that goes. Let's see how Gunbuck does here. He sets a 1:15.2. I believe we got, is that Big Rig, I believe? Yeah, that is Big Rig, as I believe Breezy in the, I believe that's Honos. Don't know if he's going to pit or not here. No, he will not pit. He actually has a really great time. A 1:14.4. Let's see what Big Rig does. Big Rig sets a 1:14.7. So good time there from Big Rig. Kiwi Bird King, as we see him, he's going very slow on the track. But so far, it's looking pretty good for KD 1997, as I would have to say he's the odds-on favorite to win this race, as he is pretty much known that this is one of his favorite tracks and one of his best tracks. So that will definitely be something to watch for in this race, to see how well KD 1997 does. We will have a new race winner here, as I was the winner of this race in Season 1 and Season 2. So today we will have a brand new Mexican Grand Prix race winner. And just letting you guys know, next week is the final Season 3 race. We are heading to the historic track at the Brazilian Grand Prix, one of the best tracks out of the whole entire F1 calendar. It's a very historic track. It has a lot of great racing, and it's one of my favorite tracks to drive. So that will be the race next week, and then we will not come back until January 31st. So Season 4 will open up January at the Australian GP. That will be our first race of Season 4. Kiwi Bird King did come around, as he sets a 1:14.5, good enough for P3. As we see, the Mercedes are going to get started on their lap, as Bossman is going to try and use Dilsack here as a tow to get some speed here on the straights. And once again, I do want to wish everyone a happy New Year's, and hope you guys had a fantastic Christmas break, as we did not have a race over the Christmas weekend, as everyone got a good break, as it was just New Year's. It was my birthday on New Year's Eve, and then New Year's Day came, so I just want to wish everyone a happy New Year's, and hope y'all have a safe and terrific 2021. And hopefully we start out 2021 with a great race here in Mexico. The weather for today's race is completely sunny the whole entire time. I looked at the weather report, not a single cloud in sight for the Mexican Grand Prix, as last year it got pretty cloudy in last year's race. So let's see what Dilsack can do here. Hoping for a good finish today. What does he do? He sets a 1:14.7. What does his teammate do? What does Bossman do? Oh, he may have had his time invalidated. Yeah, he probably had his time invalidated. I'm going to assume that. So, oh, and it looks like KD got around. I don't know what happened there, but Kyle Dyer, KD 1997, having some issues and was spun out there. We're going to follow Dreamsy here, as, oh, it looks like he got some damage as well. I don't know where from, but he must have spun somewhere on his outlap. Yeah, as he's going to have to come into the pits and get that repaired. Birdman's going to come across the line. How does he do? He sets a 1:15.6, good enough for P8 right now. As Easy Hurricane, I'm sorry, I just missed it, but Easy Hurricane has put it on provisional pole with a 1:14.1. So great time there from the Canadian driver of Easy Hurricane. So good time from him. Young Vicho just came across the line as it looked like his time was invalidated, or it was possibly an outlap, but Bossman was able to get a time on board. He said a 1:15.2. Gonna fall around X Breezy here, or is that Hellmade? No, Hellmade goes into the pits. That is Drew Yu. Gonna go find Gunbuck there, as he is way up on his time. What does he do? He sets a 1:14.4. So good enough for P3 right now. Go back to Birdman here, but his time is invalidated. I believe Bossman is out of fuel there. Kiwi Bird King currently out there on an outlap. He had a great qualifying last week. Got himself up to P2, I believe, but went all the way down to P12. It was not the race finish that he wanted to have. Big Rig decides he's going to go into pits. Publix is going to come around and get started. The United States Season 3 Grand Prix winner. Young Vicho up on his time. He sets a 1:14.5. So great time there from the Puerto Rican. Go down to Drew Yu here. He's up on his time. What can he do as he goes into the pits? X Breezy, but his time was invalidated. Let's see, is he gonna now go for it on this lap? Yes, he is. He's gonna go for it on this lap. He has that ERS up. Go over to the Williams. Actually, you're gonna find out that's, I believe that's Hurricane. Dreamsy's out there on an out lap. Let's see what Publix is. Oh, he's on the lap, but his time is invalidated, so that's not good for him, as he's going to want to try and get another lap on the board. Honos, how about this? Honos has kind of been having a very tough few races the last few weeks. He also couldn't make the last... Well, he was able to make the United States Grand Prix, but it was a tough race for him as he finished outside of the points. Kiwi Bird King was able to set a lap, but he's still sitting pretty good in P5 right now. The Mercedes is coming around as Dilsack is getting started on his hot lap. Got a message from one of our drivers here, but apparently KD 1997 of what he did been at the barriers going into pit lane. Alright, let's see what Dreamsy can do. This is his first time on the wheel. He does improve on his time. He sets a 1:15.8. And remember, this is his first ever time out there on the wheel, as it looks like he's giving a nice little tow to his teammate Easy Hurricane there, who's currently on point to get pole. KD 1997, but his time is invalidated. He was out there on an out lap, as we are now under 4 minutes to go. Actually, under 5 minutes to go. Now at the 4.5 minute mark. As he just cuts the corner as he's just wanting to get another time on the board. But how about this? Dilsek sets a 1:14.4. What a time from him. That he might be in line to have his highest start of his career. Wow, what a great time from Dilsek there. What a great time. Gonna try and find somebody who might be starting their lap. Somebody, I believe that's Hurricane coming around, but he is going into the pits. But very impressive time by Dilsack there. Very impressive time. I believe we see a car that is spin. Alrighty. See what Honos can do. He was way down on his time. Might have possibly been his out lap. I didn't exactly see, but it looks like Kiwi Bird King is coming back out. Oh, and it looks like Gunbuck got himself into trouble there. Gunbuck has spun as well, as he has a lot of wing damage there. He's definitely want to go back into the pits and get that fixed. So he will still have a lot of time left, but very surprising to see that Dillsack is currently up to P3. What a time by him. Gonna go to the Mercedes of Bossman here, see if he can improve on his time. Back in season 1. Oh, look at this, a 1:14.34. Bossman has put himself up into P3. What a great time from Bossman there. That was an impressive qualifying run from him. That's almost like his season 1 performance, as back in season 1, Bossman and I had quite the battle here at the Mexican Grand Prix. So maybe this is the race today where the Mercedes can really show their stuff. As we see Honos there, he invalidated his lap. It looks like KD 1997 was up on his time. Gonna go see what he's doing. He's definitely got the ERS on. As we are now approaching the final minute mark, to where everyone is going to want to get their times on the board. This is it. This is where everyone definitely needs to get out of their garage and go set their final laps now, as I believe many drivers will have plenty of time to be able to do that. It's like it's Publix improve on his time. I know he definitely doesn't want to start in the back at all, but I missed this. Young Vicho has got himself up to P4. What a time from him, though. I did not see it, but Young Vicho currently in line to start in P4. What a great time by him. As that was Bird King, I see. I think Dillsack is getting started on a lap, yes. Go back up here to KD 1997, and it looks like that will be it from him today. He will not be able to improve on his time, as he sets a 1:14.14. Let's see what Publix can do here, as his time was invalidated. Oh no, so he's going to have to get back on it. I don't know if he's going to have enough fuel to finish this out. I don't know if Publix is going to be able to improve on his time. So Preston just got started on a lap. Easy Hurricane just got started on a lap. Looks like Big Rig just got started on a lap as well. Gonna go to the Red Bull here. A Bird man. He's gonna get started on a lap. So will Hellmade. Will Drew you be able? It looks like Gunbuck will be able to. Will Drew you make it back in time? Ooh, as he gets loose. That's not going to be good for his run. That's not going to be good for his run at all. Oh, and Honos! Honos just sets a 1:14.0. Look at that. Honos has put himself up into provisional pole with a 1:14.0. Can this be the race where Honos returns to his old self? Oh, it looks like there's massive damage to Dillsack's car. Don't know if he had a spin or what, but he has massive damage on that car, as I'm sure that will be it for him, as yeah, he will go into the pits. Oh, did Publix just run out of fuel? Yes, he did. Publix just ran out of fuel, so that's going to be it. Hurricane, he's down on his time. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. Will he be able to beat him out? No. Hono's currently sitting really nice and P1. What does Big Rig do? He sets a 1:14.5. Go to Birdman here, as he has Hellmade behind him as well. Hellmade He doesn't improve on his time. What does... Oh, that's it. Oh, and Gunbuck, he can't improve on his time as his lap was invalidated. And that's it, folks. Honos has pole. Honos has taken pole here at the Mexican Grand Prix. So congrats to Honos there, getting his first pole in a long time. Maybe since I think the Vietnamese Grand Prix earlier this year. What a great time. So Hono sitting in P1 with Hurricane sitting in P2, KD sitting in P3, Bossman in P4, Young Vicho in P5, Dilsack in P6, Gunbuck in P7, Kiwi Bird King in P8, Big Rig in P9, Hellmaid in P10, X Breezy in P11, Birdman in P12, Publix in P13, Drew U in P14, Dreamzy in P15. As the Season 3 champion did not put a time on the board, he is going to be starting from the back. So ignore the blue screens here as I have to get the screenshots for the race. As I will leave here to go get the new lobby made for the drivers. But wow, what a session from Publix there. Amazing. What a great qualifying time by him. As he will have Easy Hurricane starting right by him. Alrighty, so gonna give you guys some Alrighty, so let me get all of this stuff underway. Get the lobby made. So give us just a minute while we get the lobby made, and we got to get the grid made as well. And just like I said, during qualifying, there's not going to be a single cloud in the sky. There's not a single cloud there in Mexico right now. So it will be a very, very sunny race. Let me change it to Mexico. Oh wait, no, that's Brazil. Trying to get everybody into the new lobby and everything. Alrighty, as we try to get everybody back into the lobby and stuff like that. There we go. We get everybody back in here. Alrighty, do we have everybody back yet? No, we do not. We're still waiting on... I think there's one more driver we're waiting on. I think it's... No? I think that's, yeah, that's everybody. Alright, so let's get this grid made. Alrighty, so Honos, he will be starting in P1. Very impressive time from him today, as Hurricane will also be starting in P2. KD 1997 will be starting in P3. This is going to be quite the race to watch, especially knowing that we have a lot of fast guys who will be starting in the back in today's race. Let's see, Gunbutt, P7. Kill the Birdman in P12. Publix in P13. Drew U in P14. Yeah, Dreamsy's gonna have a tough time today. This will be his first ever race without the wheel. I mean, with the wheel, so... Hold on. Alrighty, so let's get this thing started. Let's do it. Oh boy, I hope everybody is ready. I'm so ready for a great race. This is going to be quite the race. Mexican GP. Yeah, and just as everybody know, Pig will be starting from the back today. So the Season 3 champ, he will not be front like he normally is when he's normally always on pole. So... that should be very interesting to watch. Alrighty. I hope everybody remembers to put those setups on. Don't forget those setups. You do not want to forget those setups on the car. Because I am very nervous and very excited to see how this race goes. So let's see. But yeah, Honos on pole, that's going to be very huge to see how that's going to work out. As... let's see, can Pig break his own record back from the German Grand Prix in Season 2, where he finished in where he started in P11 and he won the race. That was also thanks to me and X Breezy picking up some 3-second time penalties for extending track limits there. So that's going to be something to watch for. But I'm very excited to see how this race is going to go. I hope everyone has their setups on the car, as there is the pit stop strategy. If you're starting on the softs, it will more than likely be a 2-stop race, as it looks like lap 10. If you want to go on the hards, or So let's see. Let's see what everybody is going to do, but let's run you down the grid. Honos currently in P5 in the point standings. He will be starting in P1. Hurricane currently in 8th place in the points. He will be starting in P2. This is the highest start for him in his career. KD 1997 currently in 12th in the points. This is one of his favorite tracks. He will be starting in after that DNF in last week's race. Bossman, he is in P18 in the points, starting in P4. Young Vicho, he's in P19 in the points, starting in 5th. Dilsek, he is P16 in the points, starting in P6. Gunbutt, he is in P15, starting in P7. Kiwi Bird King trying to get the first ever points of his UDL F1 career, starting in P8. Big Rig starting in P9 with Helmate in P10. X Breezy, who finished P2 here in Season 1, will be starting in P11. Birdman will be starting in P12. Publix, the United States Grand Prix winner, starting in P13. Drew Yu starting in P14. Dreamzy, who is in P2 in the points. This is his first ever race with using a wheel, starting in P15. And as we all know, the Season 3 starting in P16. So that is the grid, folks, for your UDL F1 Mexican GP. We do not have TNE Hawk, Speed King Karab, or Crisorial Alex in today's race, as they will not be here. But here we are, folks. The Mexican Grand Prix is about to start. The lights are coming on, but beware of the delay. And it is go as the race has gone off, as it looks like Honos, but Hurricane gets off to a really good start. They are going side by side. Oh, and it looks like somebody didn't go, as Dreamsy may have stalled. He is all the way in the back. He is disqualified as he has gone the wrong way. What has happened? But Dreamzy is already out of the race. This has been a horrible start for Dreamzy, but Hurricane has taken the lead of this race with Honos in P2, but Dreamzy in his first race using the wheel is already out of this race. And what a start it was from Hurricane, who was able to jump Honos and get himself up into P1. And he is already flying. He is already there in a good spot right now, all the way up into P1, as we see Publix and Drew Yu are battling it out. The old former teammates from the Racing Point team, but Bossman may have had an issue as he is now all the way down to the back. Let me see here. But Hurricane, so far, so good. As let me answer this back real quick, as it looks like Pig and Drew Yu are racing. But Pig, not a battle we are used to seeing. Pig has passed Drew Yu. That is definitely not a battle we are used to seeing on track. So as most of the time when Pig is going to pass Drew Yu, it's because Drew Yu is being waved the blue flag. So definitely not a pass we normally see Pig having to make, but that is going to be something to watch for, is how far can Pig climb up the leaderboard. But Bossman must have had an issue somewhere where he started up high and he's already down to P14. It looks like Gunbuck was thinking about going for a move on young Vicho there. But not only that, Hurricane is trying to get his first ever podium today as well, as he does not have a single podium to his name, as he just set the fastest lap of the race. But right now, young Vicho hunting down the back of KD 1997. As DRS is now enabled on this lap, this long straightaway is going to have a lot of passing. Looks like Gunbuck was maybe thinking about going the inside there, but Kyle Dyer is under attack by young Vicho. Is he going to go for a move? It looks like he will, as he's going to go down the inside. He's now on the outside. And it looks like Dyer may have kind of cut him off there and pushed him out wide, and that might open the door for Gunbuck there, as Gunbuck is able to get out in front of him. So I have to imagine Vicho probably not really happy with the way that Kyle Dyer defended against him, pushed him out wide. Oh, and we have a yellow. That is Drew Yu, who has spun. And it looks like Publix is going for a move on Kill the Birdman here. He's going to go out down his outside as he makes the move stick, as we have a safety car. A safety car has come out. That is not what you want. Oh, is Hurricane's going to pit. Hurricane is going to pit, so Hurricane going to take the free pit stop now. Who else will join him? KD 1997 will join him. So let's see how this goes as, oh, and it looks like a bunch of drivers. It looks like Birdman's getting a new wing. This might be huge for Pig as well, as KD 1997 goes into the pits. As Young Vicho also went into the pits, and Bossman also is into the pits as well. But it looks like Dilsack and Hellmaid may have picked up some time penalties. So give me just a second, folks, as I'm going to try and get Dreamzy into the chat. Alrighty, folks, we are back on the air here at the United Drivers League F1 Series. That was our little commercial break that we just had, as this is a race is now under safety car already on lap, it happened on lap 3 after Drew Yu has wrecked out. Don't know what exactly happened there. It did look kind of suspicious for me, almost like a intentional DNF, and if it was a intentional DNF, that's not going to be what Drew Yu is going. There's going to be some consequences for that. So Dreamzy has just joined the party. Dreamzy, how are you? So what happened there on the race start? Well, first, do you have your voice on allowed to be shared to make sure that everybody can hear you? Yes. Because for everybody, I might sound like I'm talking to myself if your voice is not on allowed to be shared.
Alright, now it should be good.
Alright, so Dreamzy, what happened there on the very first lap?
Well, it was not even a lap, right? But it was pretty much like the first time I did start the race with the wheel right now, so I had 0 race start practice. And like I've immediately spun it. But once I faced the track backwards then, and when I tried to go back into the racing line or turn the car around, it just didn't turn around. Like I could have used it did steer my wheel all the way to the left to obviously go back on track, but it just didn't steer whatsoever. So I just got disqualified for fixing it the wrong way, even though I did try to get back on track.
Yeah, I saw that. What a very unfortunate end to your first ever race on the wheel, and to have it go from literally right when you're about to start to just have it end just like that. So it sounds like you have some practice with your race starts is what you might have to work on next. So
definitely, yes. I mean, it's a whole new experience using the wheel right now. Literally turn off all the assists and everything.
Yo, yeah.
We'll see how it goes in the future.
So, your former teammate Honos, the safety car is coming into this lap as he will bring the drivers back to the green flag here. As he's going to wait until that safety car is into the pits. But so far, your current teammate, Hurricane, it looks like to be in a good spot. But here we go. The green flag is out as Hono still has the lead. What is Big Rig going to do? It looks like he's going to look for a move down the outside. Looks like a lot of drivers are going to try and take advantage of any of the poor starts, as we had many drivers on the safety car also pit under and got a free stop in to get those medium tires on their car. But Hurricane definitely looks to be in a good spot until everybody pits, but he had a great start to his race.
Yes, him and Honnold's definitely dominated the first 2 or 3 laps, I want to say. They immediately got a gap to KD, who was under a lot of pressure. They just utilized that and got away big time. And now the safety car obviously shakes everything up once again.
So far, so good for Honos here, as he is going to be facing the pressure from Gunbuck there. And it looks like Publix has got a 3-second time penalty, the king of making sure everybody keeps it on track limits. Looks like he just got himself a penalty for abusing track limits as well. So that is something to see, as we will have to wait and see of how that result will affect him. I don't think the DRS is going to be on until about lap 8, I believe.
Watch out for Hurricane. He's on the button, trying to overtake Hefty or Publix.
Going down the inside, and yes, he does. He overtakes him on that brand new set of medium tires. I have to imagine that those softs, even though they didn't race on him for a good 2 laps, that he has a lot of grip. Looks like X-Breezy here is going to go down the outside of Dill Sack as they are battling side by side. As X-Breezy gets the move done, but Dill Sack, he looks like he's going to lose another spot to Bird King there, and he does. So Bird King, who's trying to get his first ever points in the UDL F1 series, has been able to get past Dill Sack there, as he is now under attack from Easy Hurricane. So far,
watch out for Gildebert, man. Try to take a look down the inside into the stadium on KD. Thought better of it.
Let's see, is DRS going to be on for this lap? Yes, DRS is now on for this lap, but most of these guys are not going to get the DRS until the next lap, because this is a double DRS zone. So that is going to be something to watch for. But Breezy is under attack from Bird King here. He's going to go down the outside on those softs, as it looks like he will get the move done, as he will get himself up into P4. But Gunbuck have had an issue somewhere, as he has now lost out a spot to Big Rig, and it looks like he is damaged to that left to the left part. I don't know if he spun and got into the wall, but Gunbuck has damage to his car, and that is not good for him, as he's probably going to fly it. He's going to have a hard time trying to turn in the S's with that wing, as he is going to lose out on a bunch of time. But Big Rig, if you guys remember, in last year's race, he got his first ever podium in this race at the Mexican GP, as there is a whole gaggle of cars, and it looks like Bird, as they collide, and a big crash between both of the Mercs and the Red Bull. And I think Hellmade was a part of that as well, but a very big crash, as Gunbuck is going into the pits. Does Hellmade have damage?
Yes.
Yes, he does. It looks like Birdman was going for a very adventurous move, as he picked up both of the Mercs there. How unfortunate there. And it looks like Pig has been able to...
came out without damage, though.
Amazingly, he did not have any damage, but he might have some yellow, or some yellow type damage on that car, possibly.
Good.
He might, but he probably doesn't have any damage. But that was a very big crash. Very big crash. But from what I saw, it looked like Birdman was going for a move, and it just did not pay out for him.
I was unfortunately not checking in on that battle at that time. I just saw the aftermath of all that happening.
Pig right now chasing down his teammate of Publix. As everybody know, Pig has started in the back today. He chose not to qualify. He already has the driver's title wrapped up and just wanted to have some fun today, as we are now currently on lap 10 with 27 laps to go. I imagine that his teammate is not going to give him any trouble here, as he is going to get past Publix pretty easily.
You have to say, FP did turn off a lot of assists as well for the new year.
Oh yes.
Same as I did. So let's see how he fares in this race. How he comes along with no assists, no traction.
But that is definitely going to be something to watch for with everybody that made their pit stops on the safety car. The battle between Hurricane and Pig is now on.
It's going to be very interesting. So far, Hurricane does a pretty good job. But he wasn't sure. And on the first safety car, if he wants to pit or not. Honos decided to stay out. That might cost him later on. Right now, the tires are probably fading away a big time because tire wear in Mexico is really high. The mediums could probably take it a very long time. Maybe you can even switch on to the softs once again if you can hold on to these tires.
Yeah, they were saying that about lap 10 through 12 here is when those soft tires really give way and really start to lose a lot of wear. We're going to go back to this battle here. It looks like Publix is going into the pit, so he will be the first one to make a pit stop out of the guys that did not pit under the safety car. But Breezy now trying to look for a move on Kiwi Bird King, as it looks like Pig is going to look for a move here on Easy Hurricane soon, as Gunbuck just came around and set the fastest lap of the race. As we are following along with X Breezy and Kiwi Bird King here. But so far, Honos has been in control of this race since the safety car, as it was Hurricane who got the great move on. Oh, and it looks like Dillsack has gone on into the pits. Oh, and Young Vicho may have lagged out. If you can, Dream Z, if you can send him a request to get him back into this race, so I don't have to blue screen this stream, so we can get him back into this race. But Easy Hurricane, he is under attack from Pig here, as Pig is going to be getting the DRS soon. Oh, as we have many drivers into the pits, a lot of drivers into the pits. Honos is into the pits. Looks like KD 1997 did not pit. Big Rig is also going into the pits, as Bird King went into the pits as well to put in a set of medium tires, and Pig is going to go for a move down the outside, as it looks like Pig is going to try and make the move stick, and he does, and Pig makes the move stick as he has gone around Easy Hurricane to get the net P1 lead. If Pig wins this race today, he would set the record from starting in P16 and going all the way up to P1, as he would break his own record from when he started in P11 at the German Grand Prix, when he started in P11 and won the race. As we see,
this man is an absolute monster. The amount of wins and pace that he had this season is just ridiculous.
And he's already gapping Easy Hurricane by a lot. That safety car may have been able to give him the win.
Yes. If you compare it, he has over 50% ERS still, while Hurricane is already down at 20%. He's trying to stay with Snipper Pig probably right now to save maybe a little bit of ERS, come back at him later. But it's definitely going to be a tough challenge to stick with Snipper Pig.
So far, we're still waiting on X Breezy, who is the only one left who has not pitted out of everybody that is left in this race. Out of the 14 cars left in this race, X Breezy still has yet to pit. But I imagine if you start on the medium tires, where would you say your pit window is? About lap 15 to 17?
Well, it really depends, but probably like, I want to say like 14 already, like 14, 15. That's when you should pit from the mediums to the softs. Because tire wear is obviously, like we said, pretty high. And even the mediums, once the tires are fading away, the pace is going to drop drastically. So you want to get those bad tires off as soon as possible. And with the new softs, he could...
I apologize, I'm trying to get the invite out to Young Vicho here. I'm sorry about the blue screen there, folks. But X Breezy has come into the pits. So X Breezy is into the pits. I wonder what his strategy is going to be, but Hurricane is not going away just yet, but he needs a lot of that ERS to help him out.
0%.
He is very low on ERS, as Pig almost has over half of his ERS left. So Pig has always been one of the best at managing his ERS, but it looks like Honos has gone around. But there is a battle between Gunbuck and Big Rig here.
Breezy dropped all the way to P10, has all the traffic right now in front of him. That's not what he needed with the new softs. He has to clear the traffic as soon as possible.
Oh yeah, especially with the brand new softs on, he's going to want to get past that as fast as he can. That's not what he needed at all.
He gets Young Vicho already, so that's one position down. Oh, and Young Vicho, he half spun.
And Young Vicho has spun out. I wonder if he did
I think it's still lagging. Because now his car is stuck on the track. It's not moving at all.
I see him now. He's moving his car. He had a spin out somewhere. But here we go, folks. We are back into the race for first place here as Easy Hurricane trying to chase down the Season 3 champion of Snow for Pig. And it looks like KD is not going to be able to bring in a fight to this race as he is already down almost 4.5 seconds down to 1 and 2 of Pig. Oh, as we have another yellow, as that Birdman has spun around. He is around again. This has not been the best race for Birdman at all. As we see one of the Mercs, it looks like X Breezy. Oh, and it looks like Publix has gotten into the back of X Breezy there. As Publix, I think, has some damage to his car. Yeah, he is damaged. He has no left wing plate at all to his car. So that is definitely going to be
his entire front wing is on left and right. No end plate.
On both of them?
Yes.
So he is literally just a moving chicane right now. That's not, as X Breezy is probably not really happy with Publix at all, as knowing he's on those softs, he's definitely going to want and try to get in front of him as best as he can.
Oh, and Breezy got damaged. He ran into the back. He's lost an end plate as well. And oh my
God. They ran into each other. They ran into each other as they both have damage to their cars. But there's still the battle for first here.
Hurricane saved up a little bit of energy.
Trying to save as much ERS as he can to try and get back into that fight with Pig.
He has to stay close to him in the second and third sector to even have a chance on the back straight.
Especially through the S's where he's going to need especially through the S's, he needs to make sure he doesn't lose any time out to Pig at all, and he's going to need that DRS. And thankfully, there's so many DRS zones on this track where it will help him stay in that fight with Pig, but he just needs to bank on a mistake by Pig. And all of us, we have raced against Pig. We know how hard that is to wish for, as that normally doesn't happen when you have a driver like Pig.
Yes, I can relate to that.
As I can too, as you and I, we've had our many battles with Pig over in Season 2 and Season 1. And we even had our own battle here last year at this very same track, so...
Where both of us choose a different strategy. Where I went for the one stop, and you made the two stop work. So, let's see if somebody, if like Snipper Pig, Hurricane, or KD, one of the top three decides to stick it out onto the mediums towards the end of the race. They can possibly do it.
Xbreezy has retired from the race. He has gone into the pits as he retired the car. What is Publix going to do? As I don't know if Publix, it looks like he's just going to put on a new set of tires and a new wing.
He's trying to finish right now. Puts on the hards.
As yeah, he's going straight to the end. I'm following this battle as Hurricane has now lost out on the DRS to Pig. So I'm going to go follow this battle for P5 right here between Gunbuck and Big Rig.
Something to know this though, which I looked over the last couple of laps, is Honos, who's on the freshest mediums right now, and he put the gap down to 6 seconds to KD, and it was around like 9.5 seconds at the start.
That is going to be something to watch for. And yeah, I wonder what strategy they are going to do, as right now these strategies are all over the place thanks to the safety car that came out on lap 3.
I would imagine Snipper Pig, Hurricane, and KD, all three are going to switch to another set of mediums probably. And Honos might come out of top, because I think he can stretch those mediums to another set of softs.
Right now, the battle for P5, as you have Big Rig, as it looks like there's another yellow. I believe that's Publix, as he's having trouble with his car, having a hard time finding traction with using all assist off. But Big Rig trying to hunt down the Williams of Gunbuck here.
Young Beachode going for a move on Bossman.
Yes, as they are battling.
Inside.
Ooh, they got the elbows out. They make contact there, but nobody spun out, thankfully. So, nobody spun out there.
Oh,
as Publix has retired from the race as well. Publix has retired from the race.
He's had enough.
Yeah, it has not been his day at all, as Honos has left the session.
Oh, no.
Please send him an invite back. Yes, get him back, because he's having a great race. But let's see, is Big Rig going to go for a move here on Gunbuck? And it looks like he won't. He's going to tuck in behind. Yeah, Honos, he needs an invite back, because his car is now majorly slowed, as he is going to be a moving chicane, as it looks like he was able to get back in. Does Big Rig go for a move on Gunbuck there? But no. Gunbuck holds still for just now. He's still in a good spot, but Gunbuck might get held up by the AI of Honos here if Honos hasn't gone back into his car.
Probably not just yet. Still looks like it's the AI.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, as there's still an X. As, yeah, Gunbuck is being held up majorly by that car. Doesn't look like Honos is back in the car just yet, as Gunbuck has now gone around. Go on to Big Rig again. Yes, Honos has gone back into his car. So Honos has now gone back into his car, but that is a tough break for Honos there, as he has now lost all of that time that he gained on KD 1997 has now gone away, as he now has to deal with the Williams of Gunbuck here, as Gunbuck is probably going to be under attack. What do they do here? Gunbuck goes defensive. They're going to go 3 wide. They're going to go 3 wide. Who will get the better run? As Big Rig is going to try and make a move stick, but it looks like he will, and Big Rig is going to win out there with a double overtake. As watch out for Bird King here as well, as he's probably going to think about going for a move down the inside of Honos here, and he does. He gets up into P6.
That lockout really cost Honos the entire race, probably.
It cost him so much time. He lost so much time. All that time that he gained on KD 1997, as we now have 17 laps to go in this race, as Pig now in control of this race thanks to the
Goes into the pits.
safety
pits.
car.
Hurricane follows him.
So Pig and Hurricane pit. Pig and Hurricane
KD
have
stays
pit.
out.
KD 1997 is going to stay out. What do they do as he puts on a set of medium tires? So does Pig. But let's go back to this battle here as these guys is Gunbuck. Oh, and Pig is going to get out right behind them, it looks like.
That could cost him.
It very well could. It depends on... I mean,
but
if
Hurricane pitted right behind him, so he should be
This could help Hurricane out. If Pig can't get around these guys and get stuck, this could help Hurricane out a lot.
Can very well close in again. Snipper goes for a move on Honos.
Oh, he sends it. He sends it down the inside of Honos there, as Honos kind of just gives him the spot.
Didn't fought that too hard.
No, he did not fight that hard at all. He kind of just gave him the spot, and I think he just didn't want to mess up his own race there, but not the best defending there from Honos at all, as it looks like Pig is on the move, trying to get past these guys as best as he can.
Let's see, does KD pit this lap? No, he stays out once again. So he might try to put on another set of softs towards the end.
It looks like he's going to, yeah, he's probably going to, and it looks like Pig is going to go down the inside of Kiwi Bird King here. If you want to go ahead and send him another invite, please, but Honos has left again. He has lagged out, but Pig is now in front of Kiwi Bird King as he is now in the driver's seat. He is now in the right spot to win this race.
He's only 7 seconds behind KD right now, so it's going to be interesting. I know the pace between mediums and softs is pretty high on this track, but I cannot imagine that KD makes up that much time against Snipper Pig when he switches on to another set of softs.
And it looks like Honos has been able to get back into the lobby.
He's probably very frustrated right now. I obviously know that for the last 2 or 3 races he had some bad connection, some big issues there.
Let's see, if KD 1997 has now finally gotten into the pits.
Greg takes the lead. Looks like he really enjoys Mexico as a track. He has some really good pace around. Let's see where KD comes out. He puts on the softs, as I thought. He might be very close between him and Gunbuck. Trying his hardest right now.
And he did put on the softs. He did put on the softs, so...
He has a lot of space. Next car is Honos in front of him, so he can really utilize those softs right now. Number Pig is right behind Big Rig right now.
Yeah, Big Rig is now under attack from Pig here. And it looks like, no, Pig doesn't think about going for a move there, but he's going to be easy pickings for Pig. As soon as he gets onto the DRS straight.
Big Rig is going to be a sitting duck right now.
Going to be interesting if he does use any of the ERS. He does not. And it looks like Pig will get the move done to get himself back into the lead.
Do you think Big Rig is going to be racing towards the end right now on those mediums?
He might. It might not be a bad call, and it looks like Honos has retired from the race.
He had it.
Honos has gone into the pit, so Honos has retired from the race. But Pig back into the lead. He has never won here at the Mexican Grand Prix. So he is looking to get his first ever Mexican GP win here today, as we've had 5 cars DNF from this race today. A lot of them are the top front runners, as we have 4 cars that DNF'd, and of course, obviously, sorry to you, Dreamsy, as you were disqualified from the race.
Oh, it's all good. Those things happen. Let's see if Hurricane goes into Big Rig. Still not going to make a pit stop, so I think he actually will try to stick it out on those mediums.
It looks like he's going to. He might go all the way, as there is a 13-second gap between KD and Easy Hurricane going in with about 12 laps to go in this race. So, and he has to make up a lot of time to catch up to P3, so it might not be a bad call at all from Rig here to stay out on those tires and just pick up a P3 finish, which would be the second year in a row where he would get a P3 here at the Mexican Grand Prix. As we all know, this was the spot where he got his first ever UDL F1 podium of his career in last year's race. Also, this was the race in last year where the Imperial, I don't know if you're watching the race or not, but this was also the site where Imperial, after 20 race starts, finally got the first points of his career.
Yes, I was watching that. Obviously, I was a part on that race with you, and everyone was just super happy. I want to say we all just can't wait until the Imperial joins us back to the UDL.
Oh, it's Big Rig pits. Big Rig is pitted. Sorry, I apologize for cutting you off there, but Big Rig has gone into the pits.
This is going to be very interesting. He obviously puts on a set of softs. It's going to be interesting to see if he can catch up to KD once again, as Gunbuck passes him as well. Top 2 are pretty much like set right now. Nothing really happens there, because everyone is just spread out. The only battle right now is Young Vicho, right behind Bossman.
It looks like he's going for a move. He does. He's going to go for the move, and he will get around. So, and it looks like the final point spot of today's race will be between Birdman and Dillsack, as Dillsack is on the hard tires.
Wonder why he put on a set of hards. Maybe he didn't have any more tires? Because 3 laps right now with like about 24, I think you could have put on a set of softs, or at least mediums.
So far, there's a pretty good battle here between the Mercs and the Renaults, as there's not a lot of good battles up front right now, but we will get back to them as Big Rig is starting to chase down Gunbuck just a little bit. But there is a battle for P7 right now between the 2 Renault teammates of Hellmade and Young Vicho and Bossman, as there is a pretty good battle going on between them. Let's see, Young Vicho is going to go for a pass here. Definitely, he's going to get the DRS. Will Hellmade defend against his teammate? No, he will not, as he will tuck in behind, as that might open the door for Bossman here, as he's going to get the DRS. Hellmade will be without the DRS.
Let's see.
So what does Bossman do here? Is he going to go for a move?
No,
he's not
he did
close
not use
enough.
his overtake. He probably sticks behind another lap to save some ERS and go for it on the back straight the next lap. That's what I would do.
So Big Rig has now chased down the Williams of Gunbuck here, as he just set the fastest Sector 2 time. It was a purple Sector 2 on my screen. Does he set the fastest
Close.
lap of the race? Yes, he does.
Yes.
As he has gained a lot of time on Gunbuck here. He's going to get the DRS. He's going to go down the inside as he clears him by a mile. Clears him by a lot. So Big Rig now up to P4, and now he has to chase down the Haas of KD 1997.
He was around 2 seconds quicker than Gunbuck on the last lap. Let's see if he can close that fast to KD as well. He has the pressure soft, but only 3 laps, so it's going to be interesting to see towards the end of the race right now.
Go back for this battle to P7 here, as it looks like young Vicho still holding well from his teammate and boss man here. But
They might work together right now.
They might be working together for sure to make sure that they don't allow Bossman to pass, as I know Bossman and Hellmate are pretty good friends. Oh! As young Vicho has lagged out again!
I'll send him an invite, hold on.
Oh, and it looks like Hellmate has just gone down the inside. As Big Rig just sets another fastest lap of the race. As there goes Bossman. Gonna send him an invite. I apologize about the blue screen here, folks. I'm going to try and get one of our drivers back into the race. I can't get it. He's not showing up for me at all. We are having an issue with the game. I am having an issue with this race, folks, as I unfortunately am not able to get out of this screen. I don't know what's going on. No, I'm stuck in the pause screen. I am sorry about this one, folks. This is not going well for me. I am stuck in the pause screen. Good job, Codes.
Bar.
Oh, there we go. I am back. I am back. Yep, there we go. I am back. So, there we are. I apologize about that one, folks, as I was stuck in the pause screen. Don't know what happened there. Gonna try and see, but okay, so folks, 7 laps to go in this race. Pig started in P16, now all the way up to P1. He's more than likely going to break his own record of...
Has that race under control, yes. He gaps Hurricane ever so slightly every single lap. So unless the Pig makes a mistake right now, he should have that win.
I know Hurricane was hoping for a win, but still, he's in line to get his first ever UDL F1 Series podium of his career. He hasn't had one at all, so even I'm sure he really wanted to win this race today, knowing that he was starting in a great spot. He still has P2 locked down, as he will more than likely get his first ever podium of his career.
I would imagine he's going to be happy. P2 is still a very solid, very good result. Like, it gives him some confidence to start off the year with the podium straight away. Watch out for Big Rig. He's
Big Rig
3/10.
chasing down KD 1997 here. His soft tires are more fresher than KD's tires. I apologize to young Vicho, as there is some lag going on. I'm just trying to get anybody back. Oh, as KD looks like he got loose there a little bit. Almost lost control of his car. But he was able to save his car from fully spinning out. But Big Rig, he is like a shark who smells blood in the water right now, as he knows he has KD 1997 in sight to be able to pass. He's gonna get the DRS here.
He's all over him.
As we now have 5 laps to go in this race. And it's alright, Vicho. It's alright, buddy. So, let's see. What does Big Rig do here? Is he going to go for the move? KD is going to go defensive. He's going to go all the way down the inside. And it looks like Big Rig will get ahead as he will clear him going into turn 1.
This straight is so long, there's not even a chance. Even if you try to defend, it's almost impossible. That kind of a long straight, you just easily get past somebody if you have the DRS and some overtake, like Big Rig just showed us.
That was almost very reminiscent of my move on you in last year's race.
Yes, I remember that one. I'll try to defend, and it just didn't matter.
It is. It's a very, like, with how long that straight is, it's almost like, do I even choose to defend here? Because I'm just going to get past it anyway, so it kind of seems almost worthless to defend here, knowing how long that straight is. And it looks like young Vicho is back into the lobby as he wants to get back into that car as quick as he can, as he is now facing the pressure from Birdman here, as it looks like Birdman's going to go down the inside as he will get the move done and get himself up into P9 as young Vicho. Want to see if he's back into his car yet. It looks like he is, but Dilsack, I think you may be right where maybe he ran out of tires from how many stops that he had to do. I'm going to look at how many stops he made. I mean, he only made 2 stops with his car, but Bossman did have to make 3, but I'm pretty sure it's the individuals who all get their own tires. But, oh, it looks like Dilsack goes down the inside of young Vicho there, as he gets the move done to get himself up into P10.
Very nice move from Dilsack.
So young Vicho is now out of the point spots, but oh, and he's lagged out again. He's lagged out again. Not what young Vicho wants at all. He was in line to get his first points today. Gunbuck has now caught down the back of the Haas of KD 1997, and he almost got really loose there coming out of the final turn. Let's see what Gunbuck is going to do here. KD 1997 is going to go defensive, but Gunbuck doesn't follow. Will he clear him going? And yes, as we all know, these guys, they kind of have a rivalry going on. As we all know, Gunbuck is probably really ecstatic getting that move done on KD 1997, as he felt like he wronged him for getting him with a suspension in the last race where he had to miss the United States Grand Prix. So Gunbuck probably cheering out loud to himself, knowing that he just passed a guy that he kind of has a lot of ill will towards. So
there's a lot of rivalries going on in the UDL.
Only battle right now on track that's underneath a second is between Bossman and Hellmaid, as the two friends, as Bossman was the one who suggested Hellmaid to join the league, as right now these two guys are battling it out for P7, as we do have 2 laps to go left in this race.
I'm trying to keep an eye on Gunbuck. Might get the advantage right now with those mediums, as I could imagine that Big Rig's softs are going to start to drop off as well. And maybe Gunbuck has a chance to close in and go for a move on the last lap.
And it looks like Kiwi Bird King has gone into the pits. He might be going for the fastest lap of the race. Yes, he has put on these softs, so it looks like Kiwi Bird King has put on the soft tires. He is going to go for the fastest lap, as he will also get his first ever points in just his second ever UDL F1 race. But Bossman going to go for a move on his good old buddy here. Will he make the move? Will he get it done? Yes, he will. as Bossman gets out in front of Helmade to take P7 as he is going to get the DRS here. Will Helmade go for anything here? No, he will not. But Gunbuck just got a 3-second time penalty. This is huge, so this might cost Gunbuck P4 as he has a 3-second time penalty. I imagine it has to be for extending parts of the track. Final lap as Gunbuck needs to put the pressure on.
Out of 3 seconds though.
Yes, he is, so Gunbuck is going to have to be on the go. As this is the final lap of the race. Pretty much, yeah. And, I mean, how much ERS does he have left? You can't really tell. He doesn't have a lot left, but...
He has 14%. Now it's down to 10%. KD has around 35% right now.
I will say this, though, as we are now going through the S's. He didn't even set a lap in qualifying. He starts in the back, get a safety car to help him out. He chooses to pit. And man, did that help him out so much today. The Season 3 champion is going to break his own record from starting from the biggest start to finish, starting in P16 as he comes around and finishes in P1 as Pig will win the Mexican Grand Prix and Hurricane will get his first ever career UDL F1 podium. So congrats to Hurricane today as he gets his first ever podium.
Oh, Big Rig. Oh my.
Did he run out of fuel? Did he run out of fuel? I was wondering why he was going so slow, but KD 1997 comes in 5th, but because of the time penalty, even if Gunbuck did finish in front of him, Gunbuck had the 3-second time penalty, and for the second year in a row, Big Rig will finish in P3. But how about this for Bird King, who just sets the fastest lap of the race, gets the first 8 points of his ever UDL F1 career. So good job to Bird King there. Bossman does have the time penalties as Helmade will finish in front of him. But Birdman, he has the time penalties as well. So Dilsack more than likely will finish in P10. But then again, those clips might be sent in after the race as that wreck did look like it was his fault. But what a day it was for Pig. Started in P16 and he comes out with the win. But Hurricane also gets the first ever podium of his career today. So congrats to Easy Hurricane. And congrats to Rig getting the second podium of his career at the Mexican GP. The second Mexican GP podium for here, as I believe that is his 5th or 4th podium of his UDL F1 career. But what a great race it was for all 3 of these guys. And what a day it was for Pig, as he is the winner of the UDL F1 Mexican GP. We will not be back here in Season 4 as this race will be replaced by Singapore. But what a day it was for Pig.
Yes, congrats to all. Pretty happy with starting the year straight with a podium. That should give them some confidence. Some of the top 5 drivers to choose them as a teammate for next season. Like, obviously, take Snipper Pig out, who is the champion, but Hurricane and Big Rig definitely improved and showed their skill in today's race to maybe even get a spot for next year.
I have to agree. So Pig finishes in 1st, Hurricane in 2nd, Big Rig in 3rd, Gunbuck finishes in 4th, KD in 5th, Bird King in 6th, Helmade in 7th, Bossman in 8th, Dilsack in 9th, Birdman in 10th, Vicho in 11th, Honos, Publix, Breezy, Drew U, and Dreamzy did not finish the race. I don't think your race even got started.
I don't think I even crossed the finish line.
I don't think you did, so... But everybody, this was the 2nd place guy in the UDL point standings, Dreamzy, who joined me on the commentary booth. Guys, that was a very entertaining Mexican Grand Prix, as next week we are heading to the final race of Season 3 as we were going to Brazil for the Brazilian Grand Prix. So next Sunday will be the final race of season 3, and then we will not be back until January 31st for season 4 at the Australian Grand Prix. So guys, please come back for next week. As I was your commentator today, my name is PeteCon36. Thank you guys for watching today's race, and I hope you all have a great night, and Happy New Year's to all of you, and I hope you guys have a safe 2021. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am PeteCon36, and you guys have a great night.